How many times have you ever said to yourself, I really would love to learn how to make bread from scratch? I mean, including the dough, not even the easy way out dough with a fast self rise or anything like that, but like with using yeast. How many times did you ever decide, I don't want to do a box cake mix? I want to do one from scratch. Let's say like our grandmothers or even our own moms might have made. Nothing wrong with boxed items. They're convenient. They're relatively inexpensive. They come in handy. I'm not saying a word about that. But wouldn't you love to know the experience of making a cake from scratch? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Jan. Welcome to another episode of my channel, Save Money More with Jan channel. This is a no frills video. Today is Thursday. Now we are edging towards the weekend. And the weather may be getting a little more bone chilling by you, right? And I know before you know it, in a couple of weeks, it's going to be, Christmas. Okay. Did you ever get the want to at least experiment before the folks get there? I don't think it's a great idea to experiment with things you've never done before, right on the day where you're expecting the company. But even just for your own personal self, to expand your horizons, okay? Years and years ago, my mother used to love to whip up a cake from scratch. She would make an orange cake or a lemon cake, very, very simple. I mean, her mother used to do that and didn't even use fancy stuff. And I mean, all from scratch. There is an incredible taste difference, in my honest, and an incredible textural difference, in my honest opinion. It was amazing. She used to make a cake called a one egg cake. Okay. I do not know the recipe, so please don't ask me for it. I wish I had it. But I do believe one could look one up. As they used to call that a one egg cake. But to be able to do a cake from scratch. Now, some people listening to this are going, but Jan, I've been making scratch cakes for years. Yes, you have. But there are many, many people out there that the only form of baking is by slamming, let's say that rollout thing against the table and it opens up and you put it in the oven. You see where I'm going with that? That is convenient baking? Yes, it is. But scratch baking, okay? Now, I would like to, meet with a loved one, for example, once a year or so. We like to get together and come up with whatever idea it is that we want to do from scratch, just as a fun afternoon. These are important little activities one could consider during the winter months or the holiday season or a special birthday if you want to make somebody a special birthday cake from scratch like grandma used to do or maybe your own mom used to do or dad. Never know, right? Got a lot of good chefs out there. There you go, bakers. I'm just wondering about the possibility. It's good to remind ourselves that everything we do doesn't have to come from a box cake mix or a slam against the table, a biscuit kind of thing. We could dial it back and we could actually get creative. But there are many listeners that are frugal who normally do this and they're saying to themselves, wow, Jan, you're making this like big to do over this. Yes, I am, because many, many people, including Jan. So I'm not like stepping away. I'm stepping away and being objective, even with my own self. That every so often I like to take an afternoon or an evening, whatever time of the day it is, when I have that free time to say, you know what, just for the heck of it, I want to make that pizza dough with yeast in it from scratch. It's a little tedious, takes a little time, but there is a difference, okay? And it's just for the fun of it, just for the sheer fun of it, not for the drudge of it, for the fun of it and also the feeling of accomplishment. Because I do think that a lot of people are baking phobic. Baking phobic. They think they can't do it. So what if it doesn't come out right the first time? Many is the time it doesn't come out the first time, but at least the person tried. And that is honorable, in my honest opinion.